give all praise, honor, and glory to
Our God,
We want to give double honors to our apostle and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. We want to teach from the salutation out there to the who will listen to his word in truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shall the one time reveal with sincerity, believe upon the words of Yahweh Shah. And yeah, we out here week in and week out to prophesy against the downfall of these wicked places of America, man. You know, because for the lack of better words, the Lord, he's not just going to hold back and let the wickedness continue to fester, man. But, because Yahweh Shah, he's crying out unto you people to turn your ways, but you continue to go into the ways of wickedness, man. You continue to go into the ways of Babylon and death. You got it?
This second Ezra 15 and verse 7, he said, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
It says the Lord said he will hold his tongue no more as touching their wickedness, man. Which means what? He's going to start calling you out on your BS, man. And he's doing that right now by the way of his prophets. It's going to tell you, you got it?
Which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
It says the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. You got it?
And the souls of the just complain continually.
It says, and the souls of the just complain continually, man. And the just, they're not complaining just for any reason. It's a reason why. And that reason why is the so-called white man's in power. And ever since that he have been in power, we have been suffering under the hand, man. Because for lack of better words, even under the captivity of areas, even under the captivity of Nebuchadnezzar, it was still some type of freedom. This is the worst captivity. This is the worst captivity that we ever been in, man. And that's the reason why we're sighing and crying.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the street.
And it says, wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the street, man.
Chief place of concord. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the street.
And this is a part of Yahweh Shah speaking, man. Having his men on the highways and byways sign and crying for all the abominations that get done in the midst thereof. A part of those abominations is something that's chemtrails, GMOs, all the way from the LGBTQ community, man. That's an abomination in the eyes of Yahweh Shah. You got it?
She cried in the chief place of concord, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying,
what? You got it?
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long will you simple ones love simplicity? In modern day, how long you niggas are going to continue to be niggas, man? And live that unrighteous lifestyle, man. Because for the lack of better words, Esau have already led 2/3 of our people into a path of being an American. Whether it's you being a rapper or whether it's you being a damn athlete, regardless, this devil wants you trapped up in the system. But we're coming up and telling you that this system ain't shit, man. Telling you that this kingdom is not all what you think it's meant to be, bro. For the lack of better words, you got it.
And the scorners delight in their scorn.
It says in the scorners delight in their scorning, man. You go into that word scorner, it actually goes to false prophets, man. And these false prophets are speaking against the truth. Why? Because they love America, man. They love this society, Jack.
And fools hate knowledge.
It says that fools hate knowledge, and niggas hate the truth. That's why it says Hosea 4 and 6. Since thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. You know?
Yeah, this Isaiah 51 and verse 14. He said, the captain exile hastening that he may be loose.
It's right there. It says the captive exile hastening that he may be loose. So basically, the captive, the prisoner, he's hastening to get out of jail, man. You know, to get out of a pit, a lower state, for the lack of better words. And we are at our lowest state right now. You got it?
And that he should not die in the pit.
It says that he should not die in the pit. Basically meaning he should not die in America, man. You know, in this wicked valley in the shadow of death. Yeah.
nor that his bread shall fail.
It says, nor that his bread shall fail, and that bread is also synonymous with this truth, man. Because this truth is going to be our shared in public, especially in the times that we're coming into. Because, hey, shit finna start getting real, man. Get prepared to hear the word famine a lot, mandated, mandatory. You know, be prepared for a second lockdown. Be prepared for your how about you now shot to stir shit up upon the planet Earth, man. You know? You got it. Go back to that part.
Turn you at my reproof.
It says, turn you up my reproof. How you doing today? You believe in the Bible? Oh, I'm sorry. Not bad. No problem.
God, this Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 23. Turn you at my reproof.
Yeah, turn you up my reproof. That's correction. It basically is correcting you going to the way of life. Yeah.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
It says, read that again.
God, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
And the Lord is pouring out his spirit through the manner of the prophets. You got it?
I will make known my words unto you.
And the Lord is making words is known unto you through what? The prophets. And those words is actually to lead you to eternal life, man. You got it?
This Proverbs 4:1. He said, hear ye children the instructions of a father, and attend to no understanding.
And attend to no understanding, attend to know these scriptures, man, to know what's going on. Because the understanding of these scriptures actually lead you to salvation, man. You know, when it says the prudent man perceive the evil and hide himself. You got it?
He said, for I give you good doctrine,
Before I give you good doctrine, you got it?
forsake ye not my law.
And that's it, man, because this good doctrine will actually lead to the saving of your soul, man. But if you're forsaking it, that means you just forsake your salvation. You know? He's going to tell you what's going to happen if you forsake the scripture. You got it?
God, turn you. Oh, select. Because I am called and ye refuse.
It says, because I am called and you refuse, this will happen if you forsake the word. You got it?
I have stretched out my hand in no man regard.
So the Lord have stretched out his hand to save you from that good man, but no man regard you. So what's going to happen? You got it?
But ye have said at naught at all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
Yes, you didn't hearken into the instructions. You didn't hearken into the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim and Yahweh.
I also would laugh at your calamity.
So when shit go bad and you need the Lord then, of course, he's going to laugh at you, man. Once you and your baby start, you know? Yeah.
I will mock when your fear comes.
I will mock when your fear comes. And he's going to do that by the way of his men too, man. You know?
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
So when things starting to happen, when Esau start coming down, when great drought, when those floods start to come, for the lack of better word, what's going to happen? You got it?
When destruction and anguish cometh upon you,
Yep, you got it.
then shall they call upon me.
Then shall they call upon me, but what?
But I will not answer.
But I will not answer. It will be too late, man. And that's why you're supposed to seek the Lord while he may be found, man. And put not off from day to day. Because it's going to get a point when the Lord is going to put the prophets up. It was a episode on South Park called The Pandemic. And it was people, the bands, they was on the street corners everywhere. As soon as those, they locked the people in the bands, locked them up, and threw them in jail and everything. But as soon as those people came up off the street, all hell broke loose, man. And that's actually talking about what's going to happen once the prophets get off the streets, man. It's going to get to a point when people are going to be feeding and begging for the words of Yahweh Shah. That famine of the word, that famine of, again, you have these word, it's protection. And people going to look for these words to be protection, but they ain't going to know where to go. You know, people that scout at the name, people that scout even just being an Israelite, for lack of better words, that they come, they're going to be feeding just to hear the words of the prophet. You know?
Zechariah 7 and verse 12. He said, yeah, they made the hearts of the adamant stone.
They hard-headed. They always hard-headed goodness, man. You know, you tell them to do something, and they'll do the opposite. You got it?
He said they made their hearts of adamant stone, that they should hear the law and the word which the Lord has, like the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the form of prophets.
Yes, so the Lord, he have sent these words and these commandments by the form of his prophets, man. You know, but these people, they refuse to hearken unto him. You know, you got it?
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
So the wrath of Yahweh Shah came because you didn't hearken into those instructions, into that good doctrine. You know? You got it. And that's what a father do. He tell you to do something, you do the total opposite. It's gonna get to a point where he's just gonna have to discipline you, man. You got it.
He say, verse 13, therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear.
Yeah, as the Lord, he was calling your phone and you wouldn't pick it up. You got it.
So they cried, and I would not hear.
So you want to be calling the Lord's phone up and he's not going to pick up, man. You got it.
Said the Lord of hosts.
Said the Lord, Yahweh Shai. That's just how the Lord works, man. You know, so again, we have to seek the Lord right now and not pull out from day to day. You know, got some more.
Yeah, this Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. And he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shai.
And that's it, man. That's the Lord. He's bringing a famine of hearing the words of the Lord, man. And again, brothers have edifying video of what's going on, not only in your state, but what's going on throughout the whole earth, man. And for the lack of my words, when Yahweh Shai cut those things out, people are going to be lost, man. Especially the scholars. Because this life just to prove us wrong, like both that wrong. His life is actually dedicated to try to prove the truth wrong, man. But it's going to get to a point where he's going to be begging us to come back. You know? You got it.
Yeah, verse 12, he said, and they shall wander sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
Yes, you're going to be searching the world wide web, man. Looking for the property. You're going to actually even come out here physically, man. I remember when last time I went to Atlanta, it was a lot on down there. You're going to go down there for no reason the next time, man. You got it.
He said they shall run to and fro.
They shall run to and fro. You got it.
To seek the words of Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it.
You shall not find it because hey, we've been the only restaurant open throughout the holidays, the only restaurant open throughout the bad weathers. But for the lack of better words, once the restaurant be closed, it's going to be too late, man. You know? You got it, man.
Proverbs 14 and 6. A scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth.
That's it. And it's beautiful, man. It's a scorner. Looking for this good, but you can't find it because it's not too big for him, man. But what is that?
Scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. Knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth.
He says, knowledge is easy to him that understands, and that's the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and again, that simplicity is no gimmicks for the lack of better words, man. You know?
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yes, it says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because that's how the Lord deal with you. He deal with you between your wit, between your mind, for the lack of better words. If you're a fool, when it says the Lord loveth not fools, for the lack of better words, roughly paraphrase, that means the Lord doesn't love you. That's why some people come out, they can't even get the truth. People kind of down syndrome, kind of slow with a slow gutty. The Lord said to them that they can't even get it, man. And now how much more even niggas that think they know about the truth, man? Read that again.
God, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
He said for the lack of knowledge, because knowledge is an important thing in the eyes of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one.
God.
St. Luke 21 and 25. It's going back. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity.
With perplexity. That's a high state of confusion, man. Okay.
The sea and the waves roaring. It says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
And looking at all those things that are coming on earth, that's why they feeling, man. They heard the report. Okay.
It says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
It says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So it's going to be a changes of rulerships, man. And people are going to have a fearful heart, especially if you don't know what's going on, man, you know, you gotta go out.
Yeah, that's First Samuel chapter 2.
Yeah, verse 1.
In verse 3, he said, talk no more exceedingly proud.
That's it.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord Yahweh Shai is a power of knowledge.
It says the Lord Yahweh Shai is a power of knowledge. So you was knowing what's going on actually puts you in the good graces of the Lord. You got it?
Yep, we say, by him, actions are
And
ways.
he says by him actions are weighed because the Lord, he controls rulerships, man. He controls the minds of the kings, he controls the minds of people, he controls everything, man. You know, and if you have the knowledge and the understanding of that, what are the person you shall be in these latter days?
God. Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Yes, it says our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because they have been too busy following after the ways of Esau, man. Living the dreams out of the so-called white man. That's the standard of the planet Earth right now, but Jake can't see so far from that, man. Jake do not have their ruling class mentality. The highest up you can be is just like the so-called white man. Why you don't want to be above? You know?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because that's why you don't want to be above, because you rejected the knowledge of Yahweh Shai have a shot. You got it?
I will also reject
See, the
you,
Lord rejected you.
that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power,
You forgot about Yahweh Shai have a shot. You got it?
I will also forget thy
So
children.
the Lord, he's going to forget your children, which is actually you today, man. Give me Acts 7 and 51. Because it ain't like it's a new thing, like you believed in the Lord back then, and all of a sudden you came back, like now you don't know. If you believe in the Lord now, well, that's not what you believe in back then. That's why I said the feet will follow him whatsoever he goes, man. That's even throughout these different generations and reincarnations that we have been in, man. Came back into your same life. You know? You got it. And like the 2/3, they came back into that same life by rejecting Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ear.
It says you stiff-necked, hard-headed, hard-of-hearing niggas, man. You don't want to listen to the words of the Lord because even when you read up on that, it tells you how the history of Israel and how they always, for lack of better words, bucked up, man. Bucked up against the powers of heavens and earth, man. Let's get to a point where we return back into our power. We want to be back into our full estate. Now, once the Lord with the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, man, we want to be perfect forever, man. We're not going to suffer no more, man. You know? You got to read that again.
God. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ear. Ye do always resist the Holy
It
Spirit.
says you always resist the Holy Spirit, the spirit of Wakapa doctrine. Because instead of you hearkening to the Wakapa doctrine, you hearkening to a Baptist church, you know, Buddha. It even got to a point where niggas got so desperate, niggas practicing witchcraft now, man. You know? Yeah.
As your fathers did, so do ye.
And that's nothing new. It ain't like them niggas just starting getting them that wickedness. It's a new thing. No, niggas did the same thing back in the wilderness, man. And for the lack of better words, it's going to have to be the same judgment. The Lord's going to have to kill those people off and bring them back once we get into that land, man. You know? You got to go ahead.
Sirach 14 and verse 3, he said, riches are not comely for a nigga, and what should an envious man do with money?
It says riches is not coming for a nigga, and that's talking about this truth. That's talking about this understanding because, hey, when you go into Romans the 11th chapter, they actually compare this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to riches, man. You know, even Matthew the 6th chapter, lay up your treasures in heaven. And the brother always say, make this money. You can't say that we can't, you know. You got it, though.
God, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and verse 5. The birds were revoked unto the light.
That's it.
So will the truth return unto them that practice in
And that's it, because again, you believed in the Lord in your past life, then also you're going to believe in your Lord right now, in the Lord right now, man. Again, we always came back and fulfilled our life. It's not like you came back, you came into a different position, or you came back in the same position you was in the past life, man. You know? You got some? Got Bible start giving me Proverbs 6 and verse 20. Because it's going back into
Isaiah 17 and 10. Because thou hast forgotten the power of thy salvation, and hast not been mindful of the rock of thy strength. Therefore thou shalt plant pleasant plants, and shalt set them with strange slips. Nay, thou shalt make thy plants grow, and thou shalt make thy seed to flourish. But the harvest shall be a heap in the day of grief and death for sorrow.
Yeah, because the Lord also prevented us to be righteous, but they went the wrong way. He planted us to be one way, and they ended up being wicked. Because they beginning to wicked, but it's not going to happen.
Book of St. John, chapter 6, and verse 39. And this is the Father's will which has sent me, that of all which ye have given me, I shall lose nothing, but shall raise it up again at the last day.
It says raise it up again at the last day, man. Because why? Was that the last day back 2,000 years ago? No, the last day is coming up right now. And it's even going to Ezekiel the 37th chapter. When Yahweh shall raised up those dead bones. Because yes, even though we came back in this reincarnation, we was raised up in that Gentile state of mind. But Yahweh shall have ended up bringing us out of that wicked mind state, man, by way, giving us this word and giving us this truth, man. You know, you gotta get that Proverbs 6. Let's start at verse 20. This
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 20. My son, keep thy father's commandments, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
Yeah, keep this truth. You got to hold fast with our hands. Because, hey, if they Lord wouldn't feel part of that, that means we can hold fast to this truth from the beginning.
Bind them continually upon thine heart.
What does it mean when it says bind them continually upon thine heart? Basically, beat it into your mind, beat it into your brain, man. Next year, you begin so you wake up.
And bind them upon thy neck. Without God, it shall lead thee.
And that's talking about this word. When we go, the word is going to lead us.
Without sleeping, it shall keep thee.
It's just without sleep. Without sleep, it's actually too much to be blind. Because look at how I said to that girl, she was what's it called? She died. It's sleep. It's just without sleep, it's better.
And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee.
This is without awakening, it shall talk with you. So your reincarnation will return into the light that you was in the past. Like as birds return to their light, so shall the truth return to the death that Christ is in. You know? You got something you want to they're going back on reincarnation because, like you said, they came back in their reincarnation of wickedness, of not believing. Like they rebelled back in the time of Moses, and they rebelled back in the time of the wilderness. They rebelled again.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 2 and verse 21. He said, yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant?
Yes, because the Lord, He actually was meant for us to go one way. But hey, 2,000 people continue to follow after the ways of wickedness. And again, one thing about a plant, and you get that seed, let's say you get a sweet apple tree, you know, you pick out the sweetest apple, and that sweetest apple is going to produce the sweetest fruit. But let's say you plant a tree that got sour apple, that sour apple is going to produce sour fruits, man. So it got to a point where the Lord, He made us to be one way, but they end up being another, man. You know?
He say, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant, a strange vine unto me?
A strange vine, because the Lord said He came back and said, I just planted it. I planted sweet apples, but these apples are ended up sour. Morning.
Second Ezra chapter 1. Second Ezra chapter 1 and verse 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe me to be Satan.
Hey, man, he said, though they didn't see you with body eyes, huh? So that means it was something in your spirit when this word came back, you had to believe, huh? And again, you got the grace of the people in the time of Ezra, it wasn't that time. That time was talking about now, man. And even though we physically just chilled and hanging and drunk deals with Yahweh Shai in this lifetime, and who we could have been doing with Yahweh Shai in the past life, man. You know? Okay.
Now, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
Yeah.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Yeah, and that's it, man. Because hey, the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, is a season for everything, man. And now it's the season for us to come back into our power, man. They'll come back into that state where we was in the beginning, man. You know, the state of righteousness. Yeah.
A time to be born and a time to die.
A time to be born and a time to die. Got it?
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is
Yeah,
planted.
and that's what God is doing. He's planting this thing. He's plucking it up. But he's also he's planting a kingdom of righteousness too. While he's plucking up this wicked society. Got it?
A time to kill and a time to heal.
Yeah, it was a time when we was killed, we was beat down as a nation, and it's a time when the Lord is healing us right now.
A time to break down and a time to build up.
It's a time to break down and a time to build up because hey, the time of slavery broke us down as a people, man. What it says, it was a falling away first. You know, and Yahweh Shai is building us back up through the word, through the scriptures, man. Through the understanding of us returning unto the Lord is us gaining back our strength.
Hosea 6 and 1. Come, let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us.
And see, he have torn and he will heal us, and that's what he's doing right now, healing us through what? The word. Yeah.
He hath smitten and he will bind us up.
It says he have smitten and he will bind us, and when you smite something, you hit it, man. So the Lord, he actually broke us down as it was a time for the Lord to break us down as a people, but it was also the time for the Lord to build us up, man. And he's doing that right now. You know,
Yeah, he said after 2 days will he revive us.
it says after 2 days when he revived us, look at that word revive us now. About the shop, because again, we was in that dead estate. We didn't know what was going on. You know, Jake was only into playing the next album with some crazy shit coming out. At the next episode of one, where the Lord has brought us out of that dead estate, that Gentile state of mind. You know, being docile. You know.
Yeah, the phrase for revive, Strong's H2421 says to live,
To live, you got it.
have life.
To have life. And how the Lord brought this life through the word. That's why Yahweh Shai said, I am the way, the life, and the truth. No man can come into the Father but by me. You know? You got it.
Yeah, he says remain alive.
To remain alive, and again, because you remained alive from the beginning. You know? You remain alive throughout the trials and tribulations and things you had to go through. You got it.
Yeah, he says sustain life.
To sustain life. You got it. Come on.
Live prosperously.
Live prosperously, and we ain't got to live prosperously in the flesh as long as we live prosperously in the spirit. You got something?
Yeah, this John chapter 6 and verse 63. Yeah, John 6 and 63. He said it is the spirit that quickens.
It is the spirit that life. Being animated, man, to live, being revived. You got it?
Yeah, the flesh profited nothing.
Read that again from the top.
Yeah, it is the spirit that quickens. The flesh profited nothing.
It is the spirit that quickens, but the flesh profit nothing. You got it?
The word that I speak unto thee, they are spirit and they are life.
So the words is actually the spiritual CPR that brings us back to life, man. You know? Once the true understanding of the words of Yahweh Shai started coming out, hey, Israel started waking back up. Those dead bones started being brought back together. You got it?
It's what I guess, come on, definition. Yeah, that Hosea 6, Strong's H2421. It says, be restored to life or health.
Hey, be restored to life or health. You got it? You got it. You got it.
This is the book of Psalm 85. I started verse 5. It's like, I started verse 5. It says, wilt thou be angry with us forever? Wilt thou dry out thy anger to all generations? Wilt thou not revive us again?
And that's because we was in the lower state. We fell out as a people, man. that will thou not revive us again, come back into that state of us being righteous and perfect. You know, that connection with the Lord that we had back in the garden. You know, show them thy mercy. The Lord is showing his mercy through the man right here, through the man on the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying, preaching his word. And then he said, show us the salvation, which shows that the world actually needs salvation. Then First Timothy, you shall save yourself and them that hear you. You know, you got it.
I would hear what the Lord, the Most High, the Lord would speak, but he would speak to me.
He said, let them not turn again to follow, because that's how you came to that no mistake in the first place, man. You were not participating in the root of the first chapter. You didn't, the Lord didn't put you in captivity for your destruction. He did it because, you know, you moved from the anger, man. You know? Yeah, and he brought you for his mercy, and his favor. That's it. Sometimes you want to find out how the Lord and how much you know outside. The power that built these here, man. It was a point when our women, their feet didn't hit the toes of the ground. But now you fast forward, it's a whole bunch of dirty quick project holes, man. You know? Yes, sir. Okay, I got it.
It's 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance.
This is stir up the pure minds by way of remembrance. All right, so like about the Lord jogged your memory. And that's just good. The elder brother, he speaks to the name, he said the name of Yahweh Shemau Inside. He said that did something to me. Now, that could be for anybody once you've heard the name of Yahweh Shemau Inside. That's kind of jogging your memory, man. You know?
Against our people to keep us in a mindset when we forgot and perpetually forget who we are. Now you can help understand what black culture is all about, what the media is all about. Try to reprogram you with something you ain't never been programmed in the first place. Niggas don't even know how to say it. Cause they ain't never been in your, that's never been a part of who we are. You don't really know how to fight against your own people like that. They ain't never been a thing before. We used to attack anybody of our people who was had malicious intent. You know, even the children. We fell far. That's what happened. It was a far, long disconnect all of the way. It was a long day, and we fell far. The scripture said, how is the gold become thin?
By the word of the Holy One,
Rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High.
it says rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahweh Shemau Inside, man. Rejoicing where we came from. You came from a royalty inheritance. ownership mentality. Like the elder brother just mentioned, that's why they try to hide different things from you, hide the truth from you, so you don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, this Luke 4 and verse 26. It says, "Now dedicate myself to going rough ways, and will take it away as a flock from the enemy."
And he said, this is not delicate. You have gone wrong way. You've been through it, man. Been through the gut. And that's something that Jake have to do. Jake said that shit today, man. Jake have been through the gutter, but we supposed to be the delicate and royal room, man. But for the lack of my first how you know that we are the people of your how about now shop, because no matter what, Jake went through the crack pandemic, you know, slavery, all these different things. Jake is still the most sought people on the planet Earth, man. It's like they got even more sought now, man. You know that anything? You got it?
He said, "Be of good comfort, O my children,
He says, be of good comfort. Come on, what?
and cry to the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you."
He says, we're going to be remembered of your Happy who brought these things upon us. The curses, the plagues, man. But we're being remembered because we're speaking this word, man. You know, we're speaking Yahweh now time we calling upon his name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, kind. In verse 28, he said, "For as it was in your mind to go astray from the Most High."
Hey, it says, for it was in your mind to go astray from the Most High, to fell out. You worshiping JC, JC, you know, you all in Christian jumping up and down. You got it, come on.
Yeah, he said, "So being returned, seek him 10 times
It
more."
says, so being returned, seek him 10 times more, man. That's the spirit that we are in right now, man. You know?
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
It says, let no man deceive you by any means. Who's that deceiver? He's so evil. You know? And he deceived you. He told you that you was black. You know?
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away
So
first.
that day shall not come except that come a far away first. So us coming into that Gentile state of mind, that was actually biblical prophecy, man. Certain things had to work out so when we return to the Lord, we can seek him even more. We can appreciate that relationship that we had once before, man. You know? You got it.
In that man of sin be
And
revealed.
that man of sin be revealed, Esau Edom. The ones who put this shade of darkness upon our people, man. The fucking deceive upon the whole planet Earth. You got it? He deceived you to thinking GMOs are cool. He deceived you to thinking being a boat is the next coolest thing. You know? You got it?
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition is in perdition. And then it's going to destruction, man. And he's going to destruct people wherever he goes. They'll follow us, man. Ask Christopher Columbus. You got it?
Who opposing and exalting himself above all that is called the Most High.
And that's why we call you Satan, because you are adversary into the powers of heavens and earth, man. You are adversary even into the earth, man. Yeah, you got a nickname over there in the Middle East as the Great Saint. So you living up into your name, Esau. Come on, it's a little bit more, man.
Or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Yes, and basically he covered up with that picture, man. This showing himself that he is the Most High, man. Showing himself that he is the Lord, that he's a supreme ruler, that he's over you. Now that's saying this the powers of heavens and earth, this the powers of the universe. If he don't look like you, then you think these people are gonna be superior than you, man. This is that mental war that these devils use, that mental chess move that these devils have put upon our people, just to put you in that low-minded state. Just to have that foot on your neck even more now, man. Because it's even, you know, they can see that picture, they can start going crazy. You know? You gotta go out and look for it.
And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusions.
It says, and for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusions. So niggas who do believe upon this, the Lord sent that, man. Come on.
That they should believe and lie.
That they shall believe a lie. So if you believe in JC, or even if you believe in certain these doctrines that a lot of these camps be putting in, the Lord put that spirit on you to be deceived, man. It says to deceive and to deceive our healers. Come on.
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
It says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, which shows that the Lord, he's put a thin line between whether you will serve him or whether you will serve Esau, man. have pleasures in unrighteousness, have pleasures in the ways of this world, have pleasures in the LGBT, or just even having pleasure in being a football player, some crazy shit like that, man. These are the things that Esau put in front of your face, so you don't want to come back and return into your power, man. You got it.
But we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High.
You say, for water Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah. You got it.
For you, brethren.
For you, brethren, because this boy set up certain men to wake you up, man. You know, the apostles and elders say you have entered into other men's labor. It's not like you just a trailblazer. No, man. The road have already been blazed, and you just have to follow the man who back them out, you know? And a lot of these people are trying to make their own now. We already at the destination, but you in the middle of the damn desert, man. Come on.
Brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High has from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. Because the Most High has from the beginning chosen you to salvation.
It says the Lord have chosen you from the beginning for salvation, being predestinated for salvation. You got it.
Through sanctification,
being sanctified, being separated from this world, from the ways of this society. You got it.
Of the Spirit,
and
belief of the truth.
And belief of the truth, man. Believing upon the report, believing on the things that's going on. You got it.
Whereunto he called you by our gospel.
He called you by our gospel, called you by the good news. But a lot of niggas don't want to listen to the good news, man. You got it.
To the obtaining of the glory of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught.
Yeah, hold fast, guys. Yeah, hold fast to the traditions that thou hast taught. Going back there trying to be a trailblazer and things like that. The foundation is already laid. You just got to build upon it. You know? That's it.
8:32. Shall know the truth shall make you free.
It says, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Breaking on the book of chains that Esau have put on you, man. You know, the happy life, happy wife. That's the spirit of Esau, man. You know, you got it.
Wait, hey, you got a wife? You got a wife?
You got a wife. Everybody want a wife. Hey, why you gonna throw the brother under the bus like that, man? Come
Try
on.
a little harder.
See, brother, if you keep the commandments even more,
This way.
you ain't by your fringes, like that's why you ain't got a wife yet, man. You got it, man. Get that Isaiah 30.
Yeah, this Isaiah 30 and 1. You good? Yeah.
What you got a question?
When you telling something, I got to give you some love. I got to give you some love.
I think
My brother, you telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Whatever.
they say, call all your house, I
Encourage, I love y'all.
Yeah, Isaiah 30 and 1. He said, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
That's it, because a lot of these people, they're covering themselves under the covering or under the protection of Esau, man. You know, you got it.
Said that they may add sin to sin.
And then they had sin, just going back into your past life. You was wicked in the past life, and this time you even wickeder, man. And that's why it's no surprise to see a lot of these kids get knocked off. It's a nigga I knew. I grew up with this shit. I found out this kid died last week. I ran to the store, ran to Green Acres, like, you heard about, you know, this, that, and the third. And I was like, damn, he died for real, but I had to think back of this nigga actions, man. He was a nigga ever since he was a youngin'. It felt like about worse, how much more worse if it was if he was a 40-year-old man. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord had to cut him off early.
Only thing worse. Taking my job. Only thing worse than yo. said 32, that walk to go down into Egypt.
That walk to go down into Egypt, and you basically declining yourself. You selling yourself short if you want to be an American, man. You know, you work for way more than that, Jake, man. But you know, they don't want to believe.
And have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadows of Egypt.
He says, and to trust in the shadows of Egypt, trusting in the valley of the shadow of death. And one thing about a shadow, it's fickle. It's one way, one second you turn your head, it's a different way. That's how the money is in America, man. One day it's valuable, one day it's a little valuable, one day it's less valuable. And it's even more less valuable the next day, man. So as the time goes on, this place is withering away. So why would you put your strength in something that's withering, man? You know?
And he said, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be ashamed, and the trust in the shadows of Egypt will confuse you.
Because ultimately you trust in Babylon the Great, it's going to lead until you have a disgrace, shame, man. People want to end up taking that seat, look, selling their lives just so they can be comfortable in this society. Ultimately, you're going to have a shame face, man. Because the Lord didn't meant for you to be jabbed up for the lack of battle race. It's going to get to a point when Esau might play a trick on these niggas. You get jabbed up and he give you a pack of Roman noodles. Say, I'm going to get you every 2 weeks and you won't never see the nigga again. You have to realize, man, Esau, he is the deceiver. He going to be deceiving more in that time, bro. You got something? Go back to the Isaiah thing.
Just real quick. It's from an article on CNN. CNN says many millennials are worse off than their parents. A first in American history.
It says you are worse off than your parents. So like, both of y'all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because for lack of better words, how much more the next generation? That means it's on the decline. It's on the decline. That's it.
Reach the top. Now it's on its way down.
That's beautiful, man. And that's the spirit, and that's what all the prophets I've been waiting for, the downfall of the so-called white man. You know, and it said, with this generation Z, and then with the millennials and things like that. Ultimately, this is the last call for alcohol, baby. You want to take the Babylon, you go ahead, you're going to be dead. But for all the ones that's not, you're going to have eternal life.
It's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth waters and fadeth away.
It says the earth water and fadeth away. But hey, the whole thing, the earth is crying out because this devil is on top of them, man. You got it?
The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
It says the haughty people of the earth do language. When you go to that word, languages, that word languages actually means to droop, to grow weak, to grow old, to grow feeble, man. So this devil, he don't have that same strength that he had back in the 1950s, especially in 1960. Each year, each decade, this devil's been on the decline. It even got to a point when everybody hates the so-called white man now, man. They call it white top, you know, these Karens, it's the Proud Boys, they call it being a white, toxic, white male. They say that's one of the worst things on the planet Earth right now. And it is because the scripture said, you know, Bible shall give me Psalm
18. They had that from Bama. Like Bama football saying shit. The saying throughout the college football were Bama fatigue. And tired of the women's championships has always been on people. And the same with Esau. He's even fatigued, man. Yeah.
Psalm chapter 14, verse 3. They are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
There's no such thing as good. Right?
Job 30 and verse 8, he said they were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men.
And that's what Esau is. He's a base man. The base man can't stay on top that long, man. You know? You got it?
He said they were violent in the earth.
They were violent in the earth. So the Lord, and that's a miracle too. Yahweh Shema Shah put the vilest man, the lowest guy on the top. The one who was eating out his grandma's skulls, who wore his underwear until they degenerated off of him. All these different things put him on top, the basic men on top. Daniel 4:17, put the basic men on top just to make a point. Got it? Come on.
Yeah, this book of Daniel 4:17.
Got it.
He said, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
This is how you know that Yahweh Shema Shai actually had his hands on Esau being in rulership. You got it?
He say, ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will,
So the Lord will give rulership to whomsoever he will. You got it?
and set it over it the basis of men.
And he said it over it, the basis of men. Esau, Edom, man. You know, that's E up in the fine. Esau fatigue, man. You know? You got it. Come on.
God, this is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So who gave the Lord, who gave Esau the earth, man? Yahweh Shema Shai. Read that again.
God, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
That's it.
If not, where and who is he?
So if the so-called white man is not the devil that the Bible speaks of, then who is, man? You know, because again, the Yahweh Shema Shai, he set up Esau just so he can bring him down, man. You know, you got it.
Yeah, Daniel 2:20. He said, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever
It says, blessed be the name of the Yahweh Shema Shai forever. Why?
and ever. For wisdom and might is his.
For wisdom and might are his, man. You got it?
And he said, and he changed the time and the season.
So he changed the times and the seasons. And those times and seasons is actually talking about rulerships too, man. You know? Because we are actually in a rulership of death when Esau is in rulership, man. Everybody is suffering under the hand of the so-called white man. You know? Okay.
So he removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yes, so Yahweh Shema Shai, he's the one that controls the rulership. And the Lord controls it. He's showing you that he's alive and well, and he's showing you a miracle that Esau, the lowest man on the totem pole, a guy that was, when he came into a city, he was chased out. When you go into the history of Esau and Mount Seir and the estate they was in, the Lord brought him to that caveman estate into a three-piece suit, man. Ruling the whole planet Earth with sword. You know? To show you that the have the power to do anything. That's it.
Now, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are restored, the people rejoice.
Righteous are ignored, the people rejoice. And right there, this qualified like that because I'm not rejoicing. And the brothers up here not rejoicing. Being on this captivity, man. You rejoice at the downfall. The Dow Jones fall, you rejoice at it. We see judge, you rejoice at it. You know? You got it.
But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn.
It says when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And it's the reason why everybody's on antidepressants. Everybody's on antidepressants because the rulers of this people or the ruler of this city don't supposed to be ruling. They fucking shit up, man. You eat GMOs for like
Suicide.
mm-hmm.
To the point now they are actually helping out. They're accommodating you. Typically, so they got suicide plots. They show you that.
They're handing out crack pipes.
Yep, needles and shit.
Yeah. They aiding you to your death, man. You know? Yeah.
It is Sarat chapter 10 and verse 10. He said the physician cut it off a long disease.
It says he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. Matter of fact, remember what we talking about.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 1. He said a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. He said, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So if the ruler is wicked, then people are going to be wicked. It's going to trickle down. And that's how you know that Esau, he actually spread his diseases and philosophies. And that's what every ruler or king did. Alexander, when he took over, Egypt and stuff like that, Alexandria, Egypt, they put a library out there, pick different philosophies. That's what you do when you're in rulership, man. You can lead people to a way to think. And these people, Esau, Edom, they led these people to think wickedly, man. Yeah.
That's the same verse 3. An unwise king destroyed his people.
How he destroyed his people through the things that you feed and not them, man. The philosophy, the LGBTQ, one out of many things, man. You know? Play NBA young, a part of the LGBTQ community.
See what his name, John Morant.
Yeah, John Morant.
And he had NBA Youngboy gold. Up the scrap. Oh, that nigga got his hair, he got that rainbow.
Sick.
Nigga, man.
Sick.
Party about
That's how you know Esau, man.
That's all these fools. Don't be a minister. Really, that's them taking on the way of Esau. Fashioning themselves after the sword. But the destruction man is beautiful, man. We always talk about destruction is a maturation. It's a process. Right? Niggas don't lose it, man. That niggas acting out. Yeah, niggas. Man, my bad, Brian. You know, I ain't having no cigarette.
Around 10 verse 3, he said, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yeah, the city shall be inhabited, man, when the righteous are in authority. Everything is on a flow as it should be.
And he said, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it when it is
He
proper.
says that the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh Shemel, the rulership, which is read in Daniel the 2nd chapter. But it says in due time he's going to set one that is proper. You know, once Yahweh Shah gets that, man, you know, you got it.
And he said, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor.
Yes, because you understand the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding the scriptures, man. That's how you have the true honor, knowing what's going on. You got it?
And he say, bear not hatred to thy neighbor forever wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. He said, pride is hateful before the Most High.
Doing that injurious practices and everything going wrong. This whole thing, this nigga looking at these niggas contracts. Boy, you got man loopholes and shit. It's so this nigga always does this.
Sword. There's no easy way to comfort you with a sword. You go walk good, you know what I mean? Try to caress someone with the sword. That was heavy, man. Spirit God, I forgot that was that y'all did that. That why Spirit got over there. That why you carry over, man.
He said, verse 7, he said, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both who is not
Oh,
committed.
that's a true saying. Because even, let's say in the sports arena, everyone hits so good. Like that pride, see there, then you start, want to see Jekyll Island, right? This man pretty much seized all the gold. He gave you certificates in the form of Federal Reserve notes. That was a mess. Like, that's why the vibration on the planet Earth is what it is. Because criminal is in power, man. Well,
You say the kingdom is translated from one people unto another.
right, because of those many offenses, there's a translation of power. And guess what? This information is not for everybody, man. I was telling that to the brother. He came up. I was talking with the brother. He was asking, how you know about this? He said, based upon my studies, so right there, I knew, but he was intrigued, but he was taken by the idea of America being destroyed and Israel being raised up. There being a new system to come into the stead of this current reality. Right? A new way of life, standards set. Oh, like the brother mentioned, if you consider these different empires and kingdoms, they not only enforce their will as such as power and their military power. Idea is going to be elect, man. Those who have somewhat analytical mind to entertain a form of teaching or idea outside of the box, outside of the text. Right? So it's a translation of power taking place on the planet. That's why the prophet's on the scene. Matter of fact, give me Psalm 74. Psalm 74 and 9, I want to say. Psalm 74 and 9.
The book of Psalms, chapter 74, in verse 9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet.
Read that again.
We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet.
Right, that's the sentiment amongst Israel when there is no prophet. There's no sign. You can't see. You don't have a feel. You don't have a feel for what's taking place around you. Pretty much left out. Without the prophet, you're left without a hand. The presence of the shepherd, Yahweh Shai, is not amongst Israel. Read it again.
We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. Neither is there among us any that know of how long.
See, that's more of how long. And that was the sentiment going into the different captivities. But now, we can tell you that it's not much longer. With the prophet being on the scene, we can tell you it's not much longer concerning eating GMO, breathing in chemtrails, being contaminated. Oh, your children, they go to school and they contaminate. They switch genders at school now without parents' consent. Your little boy and they transition him over to a girl. See, we're here to tell you that that's coming to an end. And how about you now, the child is now beginning to bring the change to this current system, which has done nothing more than afflicting, right, the people on this side. Oh, sure. Thank you for that. Saying hope, man. That was a cost of lifeline. That is a sign of hope in Israel, man. Yeah, the only way you're going to be comforted is through this truth, man. Outside of this truth, you're dead. Why? Because eventually you're going to put all of your stock into death. You're going to aspire to be the next big rapper or athlete, and that's going to lead you straight to death. Why? Because you have pretty much commiserated a relationship with Esau. You have forged a marriage, an alliance with the enemy of Yahweh Shah. Scripture says those who are joined unto them shall be wet, thrust through. Or the Spirit revealed that thrust through is going to come in the form of that thing as well. Come on.
This is the book of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Right, this is the multitude of the wise. The counsel, as touching those who have the ability to expound on the testimony of Yahweh Shah, which gives you a complete, diagnosis of America, man. See, we're not optimistic about this, but that's why Israel is not willing to deal the architect. They want to be told, matter of fact, get that. Somebody go to the Google on it.
But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Welfare of the world. When you go to that word welfare, it takes you back to the word health. So health, right? The only comes to the house. That's the word, right?
And a wise king is the uphold people.
Right, and a wise king. Meaning those who will be given power and dominion. And that wisdom is forged by what? Oh, just to add, like again, what the brother said, considering different kingdoms and empires, they don't only enforce their will through their military prowess, but through their ideology. That's the science behind ruling. They set the tone on the planet Earth at such a time they was given to have dominion. That's why right now under Esau, right? Under Esau, so-called right there, the spirit on the planet Earth is violent. The Warrior Man. Oh yeah, by the way, the Warrior Man is dedicated, right, to active, military members who died, right? But they only give them 1 day. The brother was going into that. But they'll give next month, Friday, they get Thursday. They get 30 days. That's an example of the planet Earth being under a certain vibration. Violence and perverse. Your threat today is a violent homo. That's today's day, right? You know he's gonna put that scratch on, put that iron on. He under heavy spirit. He's so sick, man. Right? A violent homo. And he got a thing, he's perverse. Like he got a thing like for his mom and shit. Yeah. Real talk. That's true, man. That's true. We're gonna give it to you right, man. You know, prove that. You watch Back to the Future. You know, fucking bullshit, man. That's why that little nigga, Michael J. Fox, in the condition he in, he fucked all the way up with that. Yeah, he got he got the other one. He got tics. He got Parkinson. But in the shit, right? Remember the scene? He came back when his mama was young. He was like, "What you say?" Yeah, incest. You the wickedest among all. Oh yeah, that yeah.
They thought they were sisters, brothers and sisters. They ain't no popular and shit. They found out they won. They tried to do it again. They went to the same fire they had. They knew they were brothers and sisters.
You get it now, man. This man sacrifice, his works, right, prove that the Lord will be justified. Yeah, you know, wait till they get a little all the way up, you know, a little older than both. You know. But these devils, all their ways are beauty. They're in a U-turn on them. Is it more? Yep, see that? Fucking all their ways, they can't go in harmony together. And matter of fact, let's go back to that Psalm 74 real quick. You read right there? Read that again, we're going to continue to read that. You had a precept? Hey, so the Spirit right now is on us, as always, to set our attention towards the so-called radio. Because we're in the time of this visitation, man. This is the time where the Lord is prepared to bring them off of that higher and lofty position. And this is what continues to the strange teachings of Yahweh. And it's connected to that man. When we were brought over into captivity, you lost sense of who you were. You pretty much was retooled and recentered by a master, man. And you're coming and going, your universe revolves around what he told you. That's why deep down, it's woven in your very fabric to believe that this is a perpetual state. Our people can't see past the McDonald's, the art, the McDowell's. Why don't you the man say, I'm going to be the next McDonald's, and I'm going to be McDowell's. Because they can't see past America, man. But according to according to the writings, there's going to be a heavy transition of power in the earth, man. And this current beast system, right, which the horse fit upon America, is going to be violently moved out of the way. Yeah, come on. Right, so this is the strange work of the Lord. The prophets emerging. With that, then now you're going to have resources on the planet Earth that gives you insight into the intents and purposes of the Lord. That's why the scriptures say there'll be no more prophets. We don't have time. So now the Lord has raised up the prophets in bulk, if you think about it, throughout the landscape of Babylon the Great, near and far from that matter. Throughout the planet Earth, there's camps that have sprung forth declaring the fall of Esau. Go ahead,
O power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, how long shall the adversary reproach?
Right, how long shall the adversary reproach, man? That's the state of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whether you know it or not. Because these niggas get to a point, right, where the Lord had to give them a reality check. Remember Oprah? She was browsing through the store in Paris, and they started following her around, telling her to hurry up and buy, man. Right? Now, she got all messed up. You know what she did? It's a good chance she got a tip for Al Sharpton or some crazy shit, man. That shows you how far from grace we are falling. But her act was a fulfillment of prophecy. How long shall the enemy reproach? Because whether our people know it or not, you're being met with a heavy form of resistance from your enemy, man. See? Go ahead.
Oh, Yahweh Shemel Shai, how long shall the adversary reproach?
Right. So the scriptures is promoting the idea of a contrary entity against Israel. Now, you hear that. Now, you don't have to go into any deep, right? Neutrons and protons. Yeah, and protons. That's why people get messed up at. It's the simplicity of the scripture. Once you find out we have an enemy, now you sit back and you assess who put a rope on your neck, right? You start to compute. Then at this point, the conclusion should be the so-called white man. You watch that, go ahead.
You said, shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever?
Right. The enemy blaspheming the name of the Lord and his perfection is Esau. Let's get that picture of, let's get some evidence of it. Court is recession, man. Now the blasphemy. This is a prime example. Yeah, it's got two of them. That's the spirit. That's a prime example. Exhibit A. That's blaspheming the name of the Lord, man. When you go into the name of the Lord, it comes with much more than just uttering it. When you go into that word name, and go into reputation, man. Right? So now when you put a damn hippie, shaggy dude up as the Lord, then it alters the psyche. And look, these devils, they know the science behind perception. It falls under the banner of a hood. Right? It's not, in which the so-called white man refers to as a cunning hunter. A trap or a snare has an element of perception to it. You say, oh, this is a thief. Yes, from perception to deception. The deception of the perception. That's it.
That's it. Con.
You have gates. But yeah, the science behind a snap is to set up this false sense of security, the perception. That's how the rap game, that's how everything that entangles you into Esau's snare is set up. It's a perception that comes with it. And by your lust, you're driven to it, then you're snared. See? But again, this is one of the blasphemous offenses of Esau. This guy here, Cesare Borgia, right? He was the son of who that was? Yeah, Pope Rodriguez II, in the imagery of Esau. Matter of fact, somebody real quick give me a letter of Jeremiah. That's I believe that's the 6th chapter. Go there and go to like the 52nd verse and read that. Because idols and the idea of sight, you can see certain things in it and it actually alters. That's why it's imagery. Right? You see enough rainbows, you don't know the same. These devils, they go into the nuances of how it affects you. Or what's that, Ezekiel the 28th chapter? He is wiser than Daniel.
Search out all things.
Yep. Oh, even like drum patterns, 808, different drums, sounds, the synergy of music. It affects Jake, man. What's that? Yep, cool. Right. This man has searched out his enemy. He knows that certain foods send your cholesterol through the roof. He knows that certain foods, just the energy that he put out, right, it breaks up homes. This fucking devil, you got a lot to pay for, man. Put out that energy, yeah, the homes get broke up, families get broke up, that discord.
This is Luke 6, the letter of Jeremiah, verse 52. It reads, who then may know that there are no gods?
Let's talk about these different idols, man. With these gods come in every shape, fashion, and form. You don't have to say, man, you know what, he followed, there was a heavy simp spirit put on niggas like in the 90s, boys and men. That's the results of it. Right, yeah, he been riding for a week, sending text messages over. The love will always last. Like, but these idols, they come in every shape, fashion, and form, man. Like Cardi B, that's an idol. Like your youngins, they see her, then now all of a sudden, it develops this outlook. Now they follow that. It's not just reserved in you making a proclamation, yeah, I follow the teachings of Dr. Khalid, you know what I mean? Or Amun Ra is my God, you know what I mean? No. Yeah. Yeah, from Jay-Z to JC. JC to Jay-Z. Those are all idols. That food got tedious. See, when you go into this is a heavy story, man. And it's only reserved for those who have somewhat analytical mind. And this pursuit to dominion and royalty is a tedious walk. You are being disciplined. you're being schooled and groomed to be a ruler. And that's why the Lord allowed us to see this reality of wickedness. King Solomon went into that. Everything that he saw was vanity. When you really go into that, he would talk about America in a lot of senses. Man. The rivers pouring into the sea, and they just come and go. They're going into these roads. The traffic, right? Land traffic is crazy.
Neither can they set up a king in the land.
Read that again.
But neither can they set up a king in the land.
Right, these idols can't set up a king. Now, to give you an in-depth look into what this scripture is going into, these different doctrines don't promote rulership. Right? The Black Conscious community, at the end of all their madness, right, the conclusion of the matter, they go off to, a nigga just had a powerful lecture, and he going off into the shop at the McDonald's. He the manager at McDonald's. Right? Because none of their teaching promote rulership. Yeah, was there? Ain't no prophecy. Which the end game of prophecy is rulership. That's why Yahweh Shah sent his man out of Matthew 10th chapter with explicit instructions on teaching the kingdom being in it. You go into that word kingdom in the Greek, it translates to dominion, power, and rulership. And it makes sense because if the Lord punished us by bringing us into slavery, how would he reward us? By making us rulers. Why would I bring you out of slavery to just give you a good job? That's not the redemption of Israel. How would these things come by way of taking the nations into captivity?
He said, neither can they set up a king in the land.
This doctrine does that.
Going to give rain unto men.
Right. Yeah. We know exactly before. Because that rain is obviously concerning the physical rain that descends upon the planet Earth. But in the spiritual sense, that translates it as truth, which serves as a relief. Right? It's the right state. Because you got spirits out here amongst Israel that's thirsty for answers, man. So this is what's referred to as the well. This it don't go no it don't go no further than this. Because you might come up with some crazy shit. I'm going to Planet Risk, right? But how you gonna get out of the milk out of World War III? Right?
God. It says, neither can they judge their own
And
cause.
there's so many that talk about it. Polite made a lot of money off of it, man. Don't put this shit at risk, man. I mean, I can't.
It says, neither can they judge their own cause.
Right, they can't judge their own cause. Hey, especially in the sense of a physical item, like a statue, a relic, a memorial. They can't state their own cause. That's the same science, the formula used at zoos. You consider a zoo, go to the zoo, right? But you find out, we just left the zoo a couple of weeks ago. All the animals are sedated. They all, the one animal that was fighting through it was the lion. But the lion was pretty much roaring the whole time. It was spiritual. But all those animals, they was hot, they was sedated. Oh, spirit, man. Oh, man. Yeah. But why? What's the science behind them sedating animals so that they can coexist in that captivity without causing so they won't no fighting back, no resistance. They just go with the flow, right? The systematically layout of their truth. Well, that's the same here. And what's the thing that sedates our people? Philosophy. The reason why you're comfortable here in America because what's that, Revelation the 17th chapter? Give me that real quick. The cup, somebody give me that, the golden goblet. And ideologies reign. Again, it's not just reserved to a nigga following the teachings of Khalid Muhammad. No, ideology come in the form of you, let's say you desire to be a football player. So now your life going to center around you. You're going to view that as your savior. That's what you're going to put your stock into as a means of getting some type of relief in this captivity. But scripture tell you that the only comfort is the understanding of the scripture. And it makes sense because it gives you an outlook, it gives you clarity concerning your position. All right, come on, you got that?
Revelation 17 and 10. It says, and there are 7 kings.
No, that, see how the cup in her hand? Revelation 17. It's up at the top.
Revelation 17, verse 4, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Yeah, that woman, what we're reading is a dark saying concerning America. This is the woman. This is a feminine society. That's why the scripture refers to it as a woman. It's a matriarch society. Right? There's a feminine spirit out here in America. Well,
And decked with gold and precious stones.
right. It says she was arrayed in purple. And that purple, the color purple represents royalty. So that proves that this place America will be in power. Well,
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand.
see, having a golden cup in her hand, man. Well,
Full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication.
so that golden cup, that golden cup, should be abomination. Again, represents the philosophy like America. Now, how we recognize it today. We're trying to wake them up to give them that trip of life. They're going to sit back unless the Holy Spirit stacks them out.
It's on Proverbs 9 and verse 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood.
Yeah, can we read that again now?
God, this Proverbs 5 and 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb.
Right, that strange woman really is America, but her lips is the philosophy that's on display. Like these institutions and universities, they serve as platforms where that misinformation and disinformation is on display. See? Well,
It says in her mouth is smoother than oil.
right, her mouth. So the her has a mouth. See? So here in America, it spews out the abomination. It's a doctrine that alters the mindset about hence keeping them from further to do. See, it starts right here, bro. Your reasoning dictates whether you just become desperate, conservative, or pure.
It says, but her end is bitter as wormwood.
And that one will go into the destruction, man. So her end is bitter. Oh, that's that word bitter. Hey, look up that word bitter right there, man. Let's see if that's that same word. Am I be afraid? More, yep, that's that same word. Now go back to America, man. Bitter. That's what America really means when you go into that word. Good, huh? You can put that word back.
It says on Strong's 8, 48, 43, it says bitter, bitterness. It says,
This place bitter, man. Right? What?
it says of harlot's end,
What?
of harlot's end,
Of harlot's end. said in Revelation the 17th chapter concerning the book. So this is a dark sand. This is poetry in motion, man. Now, this is what you call king's talk. Like you go around someone with some type of status, they talk over your head. You can't talk their language. So that's what's going on up there, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, of end of wickedness.
Oh, yeah, the what?
Wickedness.
Wickedness. Where do we start? All I got to do is this. And I don't get past here. So I just want to say, real talk, man. The building, even like the way the building is connected, the height of the building is already wicked. That's against the natural order of things. If you look out, right, you know you have a guy, a poor guy, you look out past here, you will see a McDonald's, right? But yeah, this is going to be the end of wickedness. Everything that you see around you is wicked, man. But you have been desensitized. These women having so much authority, then they began to want. Look, yeah, man. I send up prayers like, protect me from that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not with a flat top. That big 6'8" nigga wrestling.
Motion orangutan.
Yeah, that's a fucking dude, man. That's the result of Esau.
Right.
That's what the so-called white man do. A touch of pork.
Right.
A dash of, right? Yeah, a quarter cup of noodles. Yeah, a lunch of black with a dapper black and white. And then you come out the oven with that, man. He had knocked off. You got a pigeon on
Going to continue on the letter of Jeremiah. It
Oh,
said-
like it. More than definition, yeah.
Oh, come. It says,
The end of wickedness, read that again.
come, the end of wickedness, it says to quiet. It says the end of pain.
Right. Now, can you go to the strong definition and just see what they got in there real quick?
Come, it says bitterness, bitterly, angry, chaff, discontented.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on.
God, the letter of Jeremiah, verse 55. Whereupon, when the fire falleth upon the house of God of wood, laid over with gold or silver, their priests will fly away and escape, but they themselves shall be burnt asunder like beams.
Right, yeah. If there was a fire break out in the temple, your idol is going to be left. You, the priest, going to run for their life. And the idol that they worship going to sit there and get burnt up. Right?
Moreover, they cannot withstand any king or enemy.
Right. Your doctrine, your ideas, your it can't really withstand your house now the shot. Because it's the Lord who stir up nations against you. That happened to us. When we went off, when we trespassed the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh outside, you know what happened? The Lord raised up Esau against us. Let's prove that. Go to Deuteronomy 28. I want to say that's 49. Because the Lord not going to come off his throne to correct you. Pretty much on this chessboard, the planet Earth, this stage, all these nations is chess pieces. And the Lord can stir up whatever nation he will to come up against you. Man. That's what happened to Israel.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Right. So this is the part of the person. Henry remnant against the people on this side would be accommodated by a nation. See that? The Lord used the so-called white man to facilitate our shortcomings, our misfortune. Yeah. And you know what the scripture is so important. It's not just land ideas or broad blanket statement. No. It's giving you character. So now it's up to you to feel the reality. That's how I get to that point of the that you studying about planet risk. Yeah. And they run in circles around it. Yeah. And that's why you see with the black consciousness community, they go into all this stuff that really, it don't really. See, I'm gonna tell you how you combat that type of information. Ask them how is that gonna benefit me in the family. Because that's a reality. There's a famine growing in America, man. And you're gonna have on a galactic suit. Oh, that's the same. Oh, yeah. Good, man.
This is Psalm 79 and 4. We are become a reproach to our neighbors.
Right, that's the other nations, man. Our people are reproached. They walk into the Chinese restaurant with their nails done, they start talking in another language. They're voicing their disdain for you, man. See? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this ain't like when you're playing The Sims, the game back in the day. Everybody just, everybody bumping into each other, they all live peacefully, just building your house. It ain't like everybody out here just Sims. They just doing whatever they want to do. There's still a conglomerate that the Lord has set up, elites of their people, elites of these different various nations across the world. And they designed to be reproach unto us. They designed to put us into chains, slavery, into perpetual, captivity. That's how the Lord does it. They ain't like the nation can just coexist. This world where nations coexist, it's only in a fantasy realm. It's only in a Disney Pixar movie. In all actuality, as soon as you step out your door, you got about 4 or 5 Edomites that's on your ass. Whether they part of FBI or CIA, whether they part of the police force, they on permanent. They even did a study where they showed children inside of schools, and then they watched the eyes. It was a study, so they was put a screen in front of teachers. And they watched the eyes of the teachers to say, and they asked them, whenever somebody does something bad in the class, it was a screen with 4 children. It was watching 4 children. The 4 children was actors. They weren't doing anything wrong. But the mindset of the teachers was anytime they do something wrong, you push the button. And they had hidden cameras to watch their eyes. 9 out of 10 times they had a white child, white boy, white girl, black girl, black boy. 80% of the time they was watching them. Their eyes was watching a black child. A black child. It's embedded in the system for you to be oppressed in. But the Lord designed it. He bring it right out of the scripture and say, we are become a reproach to our neighbors. It's scorn and derision to them that are about us. So even our elders, even our ancestors at that time, David, right? Our ancestors could see a reproach around them. They were on the earth just like we are at a time where they could see nations around, and it's like they encasing us. They're encircling us, not for our benefit or for our curse, for our reproach, for destruction. And we were begging unto the Lord, Lord, what are you doing with all of these nations surrounding us as if they're about to take us down? You can see it. He said, how long, Lord? And brother read in scripture about how long these things going to happen. When you see if 50 Edomites just surrounded us right now, you already know what that's about. You don't fail this grace. That's 70, when you see the border crosses right now, you see 700 so-called Chinese men coming across the border. You'll naturally feel like, this is nice. That diversity out like, well, this might be a problem with it. When you see a horde of a nation around you. But that's how the Most High gives you the spirit to be able to see that. Because America ain't going to teach you that. You got enemies. He said, how long, Lord, wilt thou be angry forever? Shalt thy jealousy burn like fire? So instantly, you see the nations gathering around you. You thinking, are you still angry, Lord? How long will you not be angry with me? Because that means pain. The nations being around you is pain. Look at our situation today. That's pain. Because we completely surrounded by the captivity from our nation. We in pain.
They go after the other point and the transatlantic slave trade. That's an example. That's a conglomerate of nations. Nations came together to round up Israel. Man. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 47:6. I was wrong for my people. I have polluted my inheritance.
Oh yeah, you see too, right? That's the thing with the scripture. The Lord makes a distinction. The nations he has a distinction that's dear unto himself. It's not unto him. That's the children of Israel. So the reason why we're in this condition is because the Lord was wroth with us. We got to be able to go to the distance and see.
And have given them into thine hand.
That's what we have, man. The nation. Beginning with the so-called white man. The Lord handed us over to the so-called white man. The Lord packaged and bottled us up and presented us, gift wrapped us. He literally, the slave ship gift wrapped. Matter of fact, let's do that. Go to, is that Isaiah, yeah, kind of 22 and 18. Somebody get that, Isaiah 22 and 18. Lord, gift wrap Israel right over here to captivity, right?
Isaiah 22 and 18, he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
Right, this is God saying, that's sort of how we came over to the God said he can violently toss and turn us. That's what he was on those ships. Like a large ball. That ball represents being packed. You go into the history, they had what's known as tight packing, where they just stuffed the slaves on the ship, man. They was packed on top of each other, where they defecated, urinated, died on one another, vomited on one another. They were pregnant, they had babies on one another. That was the fury of the Lord on Israel, man. But what we reading right here is really a vivid illustration of that moment. Read it again from the top.
Isaiah 22 and 18, he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
That large country is America. So the Lord packed us in them ships and tossed us violently over here to America. Well,
It says, there shall thou die, and there the chariots of the glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house.
Right? And we would lose our way, thus making us dead in the sight of the Lord. I said, come on, let's, is that it right there? Right? You got a piece up? Yeah, come on, baby.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and upon them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
Right. And the curses, when you wrap it up, when you summarize it, it ends with you going into captivity. That's why when you read Deuteronomy 28 chapter at the end, it was the captive by what? Going into captivity. So ultimately, the nation, beginning with the so-called white man going into captivity, that's the natural order of things. Because you have our people, they might say, man, hey, king. They call you king all day. But when you give them the idea, yeah, we're going to actually rule it. They say, they call you king at church chicken. Standing in line with you as you order chicken and call you king. But when you present the reality of being a believer, they're against them. But really, that's the moral of the story. That's the Bible of veracity. That there's going to be a moment that's going to bring shockwaves to the planet Earth. And that's going to be the raising up of the king and taken down at a higher level.
Isaiah 43:5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west.
Right. We're in the midst of this gathering right here. All those whose interest is piqued by this information, because the Lord hid this in plain sight. And that's what's that, 1 Corinthians 4th chapter? The Lord said here in the latter days we will be made perfect. The Lord set us out on the street corner. And that's really continuing in the legacy of Yahushua. Yahushua went out and talked. You didn't have to go to Yahushua like that. Yahushua had a spot.
I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, and my daughters from the ends of the earth.
Yep.
Even everyone that is called by my name. I have created him for my glory. I have formed him.
Oh, you see, even the brother, he heard that name. And it was like an ignition. Light came up. Read that last part, even though it's been called by my name.
Even everyone that is called by my name. I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yea, I have made him.
Yeah, and this is the results of the Lord shaping and fashioning one. The Lord make you to hear this joyful sound. He make you to desire righteousness. You have to be created, and it starts with this word, the hand of the Lord. It fashions your mind like clay, right? And the result is you having a different outlook. Because if you don't know the conclusion of a matter, then really you running that's what happened in the wilderness. When you know the end of something, it by default creates a certain being within that one who knows the end of the movie. Case in point, you watching a horror movie, you never saw it before. I saw it before. When the boogeyman jump out, you gonna be affected, not me. Your whole demeanor different, you know. You might even go get some popcorn if you ain't, because you know it changes the whole dynamic.
Tribes here, these are lost tribes, right? And you're lost really by way of remembrance. You don't understand that old calling, that old way. You know, you don't want to even understand why you in this land. And Esau, the so-called white man, going to give you your deception. He's going to give it to you. He's going to allow you the so-called truth. Out of which deception do you want? And he give you so many that you really feel like you're free now because you got all type of choice. But really, choice is a fabrication of your deception. There's really only one truth. And if you can choose all type of different, but it's one truth. And the Lord is the who calls you back to that. You're being led by the Spirit. So it's completely calling. People talk about an election. You gotta be chosen to understand these things.
Hey, real quick. Hey, it speaks about those that was chosen. They was chosen from the foundation of everything.
Yeah, so just think about it, man.
So there's no way that you can make yourself a part of the chosen. There's no way you can make yourself not chosen. That's out of your hand. Out of your hand.
where the truth is first and foremost. Not to mention finding it and laying hold of it, being able to wrap your mind around it. That's a whole other ball. But just being in it and already partaking in the thought, now the only thing you got to do is hold fast. That's a beautiful position to do it. So the one thing we do know is that the gathering, this meeting is of the mind. The entry point to this gathering is your reason. This is what makes this unique, man. That's how we know that this is the ministry in your house. Come on.
This Colossians chapter 1 and verse 26.
Hey, can I say real quick? Think about Jake when they do get together. Let's say it's a damn social savings club. They brought together by carnality. Right? They have for a fish fry, save money, or car wash, have a party, this is crazy. But you have a little league football team, take donations with collections. Everybody there because of that, that carnality. This is the only gathering that revolves around your reason. Come on.
This is Colossians 1 and 26. It says, even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to the saints. Going to that word manifest means being clear to the eye or mind. So these things are made clear to us. And you actually go into this word mystery, where you went into it many times before, whereas
in your past life, if you believed in the Lord, if you came back in this lifetime, God was going to allow you to come right back to the truth. Oh, y'all brought that out earlier, like about 27. Let's get that again, Baba Bashar. Let's just put that back out there. That's power. And the scripture also speaks about not being separated from the love of the Holy Spirit. And the scripture said, well, not even in death. So you die, go through that process of going back into the dust. Spirit is regenerated, come back. Then what happens? You come right back to the temple. Somewhere in your walk, your experience in life, you come right back to the temple.
This is Sirach chapter 27 and verse 9. The birds will result unto the light. So will the truth return unto them that practice it.
So will the truth return to them that practice within them. So it wasn't like we sought out the truth. We had great study habits. And so the Lord allowed us to come back to set up men to teach. And it really starts with, in this lifetime, John the Baptist, right? He came to America, man, in the form of Abba Bivy. That word Abba Bivy. So he was the first domino, and now we have the result of the ministry here today.
Isaiah 34, verse 17, it says, he hath cast the lot for them, and his hand hath divided. It says, in his hand hath divided unto them. Isaiah 34, verse 17. And he hath cast the lot for them.
Right, talking about the prophets. Right, so he has cast a lot for them. Lot goes into your portion. Obadiah had a portion. Isaiah got a portion. Jeremiah, they different portions. What the scripture speaks about 20-fold. What's that, 30-fold? Yeah, 60-fold. Right, go ahead, bro.
It says, in his hand hath divided.
Right, in his hand which mold and shape the truth. His hand is somebody the right hand, which is our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. Most High also has the left hand, which is Satan. We fortunately got the mercy from the Most High, we formed by the right hand. You got a lot of beings out here that's formed by the left hand. Go ahead.
It says, in his hand hath divided unto them by line.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shai gave you your portion. Some 30-fold, some 40-fold, some 60-fold. Right? right? Once you had the good ground, once you was part of the good ground, or you had the good spirit or the good mind, then you got a portion by the seed. Go ahead.
It says, they shall possess it forever.
This the point right here. They shall what?
Possess it forever.
Uh-huh.
From generation to generation shall they dwell therein.
Right. So that's that. Those that practice in the truth, all right, it shall return unto them. You know, similar to what the elder said earlier, something can't return unto you, man, unless you've already been there before. You can't return unto a place, right, that you've never been. So 2,000 some odd years ago, that's why Yahweh Shai said in St. John the 14th chapter, when the Holy Spirit come upon you, all these things that I told you, you're going to remember. Right? So when the Holy Spirit came upon you, you gained that power. You know, like you said, you was brought back to life. You got that juk of life. You was quickened. You heard the names Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You was quickened. Now you was animated. Now you're present. But you know now you're present. But you once was absent. But one, what you say?
As you were speaking, when you put on something new, you gotta shed the old instantaneously. And going into the name and even these names on that sun, you shed them. You know, you shed them. There's only so much room in your mind, you know, when it pushes everything else.
That's heavy to say it pushes everything else because, like we always going to, you've been brainwashed. Meaning what? Meaning your mind have been cleansed, have been what? What is that, Ephesians? Washing up. Right. And then, 5th chapter, right. 5 and 26 or something like that. Then you got one in St. John, the 15th chapter. And I think the 3rd verse said, now you have been cleansed by the word. So all of that filth has been cleansed out.
Verse 9 and verse 8. Make me to hear joy and gladness.
What's that joy back?
It says, make me to hear joy and gladness.
Right, and what's that joy and gladness? That's the truth. So what's the point there? Make me. So the Lord thanks us in such a way. When you hear His word, you'll be able to lay hold of it. All right? Yeah, come on.
It says,
God hold it.
it says, let the bones.
He did the gun song, Eating fatigue, man. We're experiencing eating fatigue. We tired of eating fatigue, bro. Tired of McDonald's and all that.
That's a step up from
It says, make me to hear joy and gladness.
Right. Oh, you read Psalm 51, right? Yep. Go ahead.
That the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice.
Right. Yep. Ezekiel the 37th chapter. Bones broken. That symbolized the state of our people. We was all under that heavy influence of Esau, man. Oh, the holidays, man. They played that temptation bullshit. Yeah. Night before Christmas. You felt some type of way, man. You gotta thank the Lord to take you out of it. Lord, I hate that, man. Oh, Hey man, his brother said he's trying to holler. Bitches and shit. Bitches draw down on you, man.
That bitch got a sprout, hot sauce, and collard in her bird.
And you know you the brown turkey apple. You see that? You get the hell out. You see the brown turkey napkins. And they got a piece of oil in the oil spot on it. We know, man, we done been there, man. And we got the right to make mockery of Israel, just like the other nations, man. We're the folks, man. 2/3, man. And the block out front and center coming up against the how about now shot. You niggas take these holidays and maximize them. Memorial Day, niggas don't even know. Oh, Memorial Day? Go in, man. And they got rails up there also. And they send that smoke up, man. Lord, how about now shotguns, man? Lord gonna destroy this place. And it's gonna be, guess who's gonna feel the brunt of it when you really go into it? You Israelites, man. Because you bit the Lord more than any of these things. Seeing that he gave you his statue. Right? Yeah, that's good, yeah. Oh, that's good about the future. Hey, come on, man. Yeah, I'm looking at the shirt. That's a bad shirt, bro. I like that.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, appreciate it. All right,
Okay,
bro.
bro.
All right, you too, bro. Yeah, the future of time.
Psalms 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him.
Yep. And the
Show them
what's
his
the can I say? Yeah, secret, because that's singular, right? And the secret overall is really this testimony, which is the spirit of prophecy. And that links back to Amos, the 3rd chapter, the Lord will do nothing, where he revealeth his secret. And that word secret singular right there too. That says serve as the prophet. Right? That secret is the very doctrine that we present before you, which consists of the destruction of America. That's why these signs up there, man. This is a part of the Lord's plan. The Lord wrote this into existence so we got it. Yep, come on. That was this one. What's up?
Dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be right. You gotta make it. Don't show them too.
He Psalm 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
That's the secret place. It's the secret place of the Most High. You see people, they ride by, they take life, it's obviously. But it was meant to be that way. Because again, it was hidden in plain sight. But they only knew this was the entrance to being preserved from the family. This is the entrance. You know how they have those drives, right? In anticipation like of a storm come and get, you come to a drive and everybody get in line, get all, right? Yeah, this is it. This is the entry to the favor of the Lord. This is going to be needed. And it's all, because someone might say, well, hold up, how do I receive this salvation? Well, it's simple. You have to believe the report. That's it. That's in the record. What's that? St. John, the 6th chapter, man. Yep. People talk about the powerful arm of the Lord being revealed, to whom right? That place for a good company. Place for the company of Noah, the walk. Because by him believing on the report from the heavens, the result was him saving him and his household from the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right, come on, you get more on that? All right. Yes, sir?
Book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 9.
All right.
Verse 8. But Yahweh Shemel Shah is born for this.
Believing on him, in that event, now you qualify to hope in the Lord. Hey, because these people, they can't even hope in the Lord. Right. They hope, they can't even hope in the Lord. The Lord, a great king. You have to actually have a raffle. You can't win the tournament unless you get in the tournament. Right? Our people, they can't even get in the tournament. They cousin get shot. When they call Jesus, you know. Oh, what's that? Second, hey, that adds to the dramatics too. You hear a high pitch something out of Jesus. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra 16. They will not always be mindful of the church. So when the Lord hit them with one of these stories, they're not mindful of it. They call them Jesus Christ. And then I'll tell you something like that. Every time you holler, that's a penalty. You know, you can't try to grab the belt, and it infuriates the parents. Holler, Jesus, the Lord gonna come back hard. Go back even harder. Now this time we're focused.
Chapter 1, verse 24. As for the things that came to pass in his time, they were written in former time.
Read that again.
As for the things that came to pass in his time, they were written in former time.
Case in point, when we came over here as slaves, that was written in former time. Then they preaching to the idea of this book being somewhat of a narration, man. When you go into the dark sands, go into the prophecies, it pretty much reveals the current state of the people on this earth. See that? For an example, the scripture said they should lie at the head of their program. Right, but we came over here, I mentioned, going to the scriptures, right, it speaks about how Israel would lay at the corner, the head of every corner, like a wild bull in a net. That came to pass. You pass by these blocks and corners, you don't see an old so-called Chinese man on the block with wine, asking for change, right? Yeah. But it's normal to see an old Jake, or it's down to the youngest Jake, the old guy on the block sitting down, bumming for change, young niggas slap boxing and hands hanging off their head. Oh, cycle around with that. Bring up black and white, black and white. That's the oracles of the Lord. That's the theory of the Lord. How about now stop making good on the threat that he sent out against Israel? Well,
It says, as for the things that came to pass in his time,
when last time you saw a real Hamite, like a straight up African Hamite on the block homeless, that's what you can say. You're not going to see that. Well,
as for the things that came to pass in his time, they were written in former times.
right. Oh, down to even, like the Israelite man, the relationship with the women, I said plural because I'm pretty sure if you're a certain age, you may have situations where, right, the woman was out of order and fell, that's the curses, man. It was written in former time But now it's manifesting itself now. And it serves as an indicator to who these people are. That's why our scripture calls us the Lord's hidden ones. Because it's an adventure. It's shrouded in mystery concerning who the children of Israel is. But now, there's more clarity coming. Oh, this way.
This way. Come this way.
All kingdoms that trespassing against the Lord, because we was the only nation that was given his statute. See? So this is why that blow from the Lord was so heavy towards our people, man. We're still reeling from that blow. Because it was expected. Oh, that's I'm waiting on him to come out and say. Never do the lie. Pastor Tio. All right, bro. Nothing more than the word of the Lord rising up against Israel. The Lord said we will come over here and sit. The Lord said you will build a house, another man will lay in it. Oh, scripture says you will marry a woman and another man will sleep with her, man. That was all displayed in Lord to slave. Serve and have a little wedding. Goddamn people like hangings and lynchings and castrations and burnings. That was the thought. The Lord advised that against Israel, man. Oh, gator baby. That was a very dark time in history for Israel. Oh, yeah, come on.
And it's heavy you say that because I was going into that today, man, because that really would tear our people up. This right here, you know what I'm saying? Anybody doing any research, without understanding, like you just said, why? It'll tear them up, man. It'll put them in a dark place. But understanding, it evaporates all of that. All of tearing yourself up, taking yourself through it. Even in certain cases, the anger. Right? We're gonna burn with anger, but wait till the Most High put that spirit on us. But understanding, eradicates a lot of that, man. Because you understand, okay, the immaterials, Claude Neal. We understand why. Like I was saying, database. We understand why. Last time I was saying, it was very one. That realm of
niggas out there. The same niggas that was getting money. Yeah, the Lord just didn't. Hey, it wasn't like they was innocent. Mm-hmm. That's how you can go into Black History Month. You all mind made up. Mm-hmm. Right? They was fucking with us. Them niggas who was running, man, them grimy niggas who the Lord visited, man. So, whoever perished being innocent, man.
So, hey, real quick, it's one thing to get murdered because you know there's plenty of M&T and supply deals, but for us to even reference it, it's a wicked nigga, man. For the Lord to make it public throughout centuries, throughout decades, your name still raised some niggas who are witnesses this thing.
The guys who came with a lot, the man died, tipped the scales and come up against the house stuff.
Right.
And then, like I said, the niggas was getting hung, castrated. They back the day when you spend those clips.
Real talk.
And the story, man. Lord's beautiful in his judgment, man. Because them spirits went somewhere. Them niggas got lit. They didn't just go off into the planet Risk.
Right.
They came back, they got regenerated. You know how planet Risk, right? I said, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, you gotta be good, yeah, you know. We'll get about it too, but yeah, them spirits, they back on the planet Earth, man. And they serve as a monument of the wrath of the Lord.
Job 19 and 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the
Like
latter.
Job was saying, like going to the word Noah has what means what knowledge. So Job is saying, I got knowledge that my Redeemer liveth, man. Same knowledge that we have. All right, who's our Redeemer that's bringing the redemption? Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, bro.
And that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth.
Hey, like we always go into, why is Job concerned with a time, all right? Because a person was saying in their mind, oh look, Job is talking about a future day, but Job died. That's what they'll say, right? When I said die, meaning his spirit left the body and it went back to the Most High. But look what Job say though. Go ahead, bro.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
See that? So one would say, hold up, man, Job dead. What is he talking about? Because that's what they're talking about right there. After your spirit leave your body, and your body go back to the essence, as they say, or go back to the earth. Go ahead.
Yet in my flesh.
Yeah, but Job said his soul was going to leave his body, but yet in his flesh, meaning his soul was going to leave his body at the time that he was speaking this, go back to the Most High, but at a later date, all right, in a different body. His soul was going to witness his Redeemer's return.
That's reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Because the word flesh.
Right.
Oh. Break the word reincarnation. That's where the break the word down, reincarnation, meaning back in corn is what? The flesh. That's what you get carnivore, right? Carnality.
Yet in my flesh shall I see. How about you, Yahushua?
Right.
Yes,
Lamentations 2 and 17. The Lord have devised, it's like the Lord have done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old.
What's the life? The Lord said, what?
He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old.
What again, outline series of this one.
He hath gone down and have not pity.
Right, Lord goes down. Yeah, like we listening, Jacob did. Lord allowed God pretty much left us open without a shepherd. And it was the seed planted in all Israel. That's why you had the slave, the slave, the slave, the slave. That was right. You're not getting away either. Damn Arabs, nothing material. Right? The city hat, fake chain, selling to Israel. You're going to get you too, man. If you act like you're some type of people connected, like y'all the only somebody come out the east, y'all follow our culture, man.
The whole language.
Yeah. And you Hamites too, man. Yo, what they call it? The BDV.
Yeah, that's it. Nappy neck.
Nappy neck, cuckoo bud.
Yeah, that's it. Couple of
Must get taxi drivers. Oh, no, they hate you too, man. Oh, and then when you call them out, they cut you off. Fuck you, motherfucker. We ain't got to mention this shit, man. Perpetual hate towards you. You got legislation signed, keep doing further provision. Distribute Fagos and Funyuns into your neighborhood. Until every last one of you niggas wiped out.
It says, and he have caused our enemy to rejoice over thee.
Right. The Lord is taking responsibility for our enemies rejoicing over. These nations, they love to see you in this state, right? But it was your Al-Bas from the other side. And the Lord just didn't do it to do it. He was visiting us. This was an act of vengeance, recompense. You see, this is the information that you get when you come into this truth, man. Hey, because, for an example, you might have someone to set off on the board to find truth and lead them to West Africa, and that's it. That's a ceiling. You guys, the Lord set it up, you can go into a point of research, and it goes right to West Africa, the west coast of Africa. And this is why you associate us with being Africans, man. They call it Mother African mother. The motherland is Jerusalem. Right? Oh, Jerusalem, that's the most, it's the land geographically, it's the best place, it's the best place to be financial. With the ports and it's the central part of the world, man. That's why all these nations fight for it. Go ahead.
He have set up the horn of
We
thy
don't hear
adversary.
nobody fighting over Africa, you know. Them Edomites been went up in there and colonized Africa, man. Or like you ask the average, let's say if you encounter one of these Afro-centric black countrymen guys, right? Ask them who they learn from. You know who they gonna go back to? Check Anti-Diop. I don't know if you heard of him, right? Guess who Check Anti-Diop learned from? The so-called white men. They studies go back to, I'm gonna to give you a glimpse at how that dynamic played out. They show you in these movies. Case in point, Indiana Jones. You know, when you go into Indiana Jones, he was a teacher. He was like but he was a professor. But on his off time, he was driven by fire and wind. Yeah, archaeology. They dug up, they gave you all the information you want to know about. They went to these schools. Check Anti-Diop went to a university in Britain, man. And they actually have, they call African studies. Niggas are stupid, man. It's just like you going to, real talk. I'm going to tell you how to get it. Going wrong with this plan. It's not like Check Anti-Diop went on the boards and came back right? No, he studied those chapters, man. See what the information that we have. Matter of fact, give me that real quick, St. John, the first chapter. We ready to close up in a minute. Because you can go into some of these, you can pick a lot of meat from these different bones. Right? You can study certain stuff and get pressure points of certain times in history. You know, you can cross-examine things and come to the conclusion. Like, for an example, you go into the scriptures and speak about Alexander the Greek. Well, you can go into certain history points, text and sources to further validate the Bible, in a sense. See? Line up the timetables.
But I can ask you a question.
Go, bro.
So, like, how about the Israelites that was here before 1492? Like the Israelites that been in the Americas, yeah, like that wasn't brought on ships.
Like what?
Like those different groups.
Like what about them again? What?
I'm just like trying to understand deeper the connection and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got comfort, man. Like all those
So basically worldwide we got it happened like
oh,
globally.
what's that movie? They showed you that movie at the end of the movie. They fight with each other and they start fighting with each other.
And a lot of the groups, like they was already here. They wasn't brought in.
Right, yeah, they was already here. But see, like every person they gonna get the same, like out of every, individual, not gonna feel the brunt of every curse.
Right.
It's a totality thing. Right? Let's say if I say your people going into captivity, a few of them go, that just fulfilled their prophecy. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, yeah, they was over here in this land, and when you go into it, Solomon used to come over here. Solomon used to come over here to get gold. This land really was called Ophir, right?
I heard that before.
Yeah, this land Ophir means the finest gold. And them devils ran this place dry, man, sucking all the gold out, man.
You're talking about like natural gold in the land.
Yeah.
And the Edomites exploited it, basically.
It was a character. I forget the story of the one guy. He had all the gold, and he told them, the devil they could did it.
And is there like any type of major difference between the different Indians? Since they all Israelites, not really, or like.
No, it just got
I don't know if I'm asking it in the right way.
Right, yeah, you got Gad and Reuben because that's a stumbling block for a lot of people.
Right.
They might say, well, what about the top songs? And the Lord is not going to stop and identify every Indian way he settled it. No, it's summarized. But Gad and Reuben.
The point is we all Israel. The point is we all Israel.
We all Israel.
They came up with that, like you said.
Right.
Like what, the Cherokee.
Yeah, because we got to be careful too. Like a lot of brothers, they'll take on the native custom, but that's not.
Even Alabama named after black
Israel.
Alabama used to be
Alabama. They were going on. They got to a point where they were getting. Yeah, you probably have some black wolf. They used to worship.
They worship the bull, eagle. Yeah, man, they was into a lot of idol worship. Yeah, totem. That's another thing. Totem poles.
Yeah. You can come in, you find out you're, Deadite, and you'll start following the customs of the native. But that's not really Israel customs.
I read a book that's going into that
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, man.
You wouldn't even know about that. They had certain customs that was sounded like customs. You gotta be careful when you're trying to tap into the spirit of the wolf.
He's following the same thing. They got them jacked up by the whole thing.
Same with Levi, you're going to Levites,
Right, yep.
or Haitians.
Oh,
Go strong back into your roots. You might end up dealing with that sorcery. Anytime you put us in a situation where the heathen are around us, we're going to embrace some of their.
Right.
That's why the Lord separated us. He made us peculiar. As a matter of fact, may I point out, this was from Ezra. Ezra was Ezra understood that the Lord separated the nations. He didn't understand how we were going through what we went through, and they did it. Right? The Lord sees offense in sinning, transgressing the law. He sees offense that these nations are doing that. He didn't understand why they don't get destroyed, but why they get set up over us. I'll read. 2nd Ezra 6 and 55, it says, all this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So he, as an Israelite, Ezra, understood this world was made for our sake. And that's hard for an average Negro and his son who's been indoctrinated to American ideals, that the whole world, the whole planet, the universe was made for the sake of Israel, was created for us to inhabit, dwelling, and rule over. He says, all this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, I have said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, showing the insignificance of the other nations, of the people that's not on the side. They're known as heathens, because they're up in the view, in the eyes, in the viewpoint of the Heavenly Father, they're as nothing. Right? So it's not, a lot of the hatred really comes from the fact that the Lord put us up on a pedestal and he didn't give them the same thing he gave us. Right. So then, we're naturally, if somebody walk around and they just perfect in every way, the average person who's imperfect, they're going to hate on you. So the hatred comes from that. But going on, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, meaning everything we knew about the heathen nations is nothing. They're small in the eyes of the Lord. He only set us up to be his people. But to them, he didn't give us them the same inheritance. So he says, they have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So, as you can see, what happened to the northern tribes, the tribes that you see that aren't so-called Negro tribes, the rest of the tribes, they did get over here to the Americas first. The Bible documents that too. Second Ezra 13th chapter. They're of our people. Each tribe got a different feel to them.
Right, because we was here before the white man type thing.
But written on, it says, the rest of the heathen, right? Ezra is asking about why they become lords over us. Why are they dominating us? If we're supposed to be the higher people. Yeah. It says that to devour us. They're now devouring us. The elder was just speaking on all the ways they exploit us. You go ahead and be in the education system and think you're going to shoot for the stars and the moon. But there's a ceiling.
They still fucking you because you under their control.
Exactly. And this system, which the word system means pit, is designed for you not only to go so far. And furthermore, what they did actually, just real quick, that anybody that has a special intellect out of all people, they go to the hood and set up some type of you ever heard of these programs where it's like a program that comes, these songs bring a program and fund that person to go to their college. So they pick them out while they're young. So by the time they go matriculate to the colleges and all that, they don't even think like
It's
Come
kind of
back
like
to the hood.
it's kind of like how some people in the government they know more about our family tree than a lot of us.
Yeah. That's being
like that.
when you really a lord over somebody, you're gonna know about your servants. You're gonna know who's under you. You're gonna know. You got a better perspective. You had an advantage.
Right.
So say poverty is a curse in itself. Because you can't really think straight. You're not even able to see.
But hey, going to what you just said, about they know more about us than we do. This was an example. This said we own a killer, all killer, right? And if you the one made the dogs, you the one make the litter. Just say 3-4 generations owning this certain litter, 3-4 generations from that litter, you can go back to the records and say, this your granddad. This is your grandmother. Because you in control. Like Elder was saying, in control. You really own it. So that's why, put an admiral to what Elder was saying.
We in a peculiar situation. Other than that, they know us better than we know ourselves. Now they got the technology that's about our brain kids. They gonna really know what you think today. It says, oh yeah, they listening in on the video. They got everybody. They know more about people than they ever do. They hear you from,
set up all of these sites and stuff. So really, you can grow up on the site. These people. Facebook, yeah.
You talking about like TikTok, social
TikTok,
media,
all of
Instagram,
that.
all that?
So you really, they set you up. To monitor your life. You growing up, in front of them.
You in the public view now.
You in the public view.
Your life is an open book.
Hey, going back to something real quick, going back to something that Elton said a minute ago. What you said, why they know what makes you tick, what makes you act this certain way. Like you said, they do diligent search. So they do diligent search and they know that this Fago gonna give this for real, cuz. They know this Fago, if I put this yellow 5 in here, this gonna make the high fructose corn syrup. I know that this ingredient gonna make this certain tribe react this certain way. I know this, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's diseases that only hit our people. For instance, like sickle cell, that's more prevalent from the west coast of Africa and in America. But you ask an average Negro out here, he don't know that. Case in point, there's a woman that went to a doctor. She's telling me she went to the doctor. The doctor says your people have a high. He's trying to put her on. You have a high rate of blood pressure. She thought he was racist. And that's the doctor. But it show you that our people they're clueless as to what really going on.
A lot of
It's in your DNA. It's in your genetic research. Right. That's it.
It's like you got a car, you got a high performance car, you got to put some gas in it. You got to eat a certain way, you got a certain diet.
So can I ask another question? Is all homosexuality basically blasphemy?
Well, it's wicked. Right. You can repent from homosexuality. Right. So that won't be really considered
So it's wicked no matter what, even girls kissing girls, all that still wicked. Like girls kissing girls, like all that, that's all wicked.
It's wicked. See, you got to think about it. It's all right when it's because when you measure them up against the standards of the Bible, then that means you're going off. Now, if you don't equate the Bible, it's like a free fall. It's like, okay, well, he can do what he wants. But
How y'all
measure
feel?
up to the Bible, he's going off. He stand behind everything you just said. With girls kissing each other, homosexuality. If he was about
gay
righteousness,
agenda,
he'll
all that,
execute.
feminizing
He'll
men.
put them motherfuckers to death if he was in righteous spirit. He'll just put people to death for those things. But,
How y'all feel about Kyrie and Kanye?
I mean, he's like, yeah, birds of a feather. They too deep in the system, man. Yeah. They try to give off, they conscious fuck with them. I wouldn't be surprised they watch. They do their little research. Yeah, them boots, I can't stand them. Them boots, baby. Oh, don't bring that nigga up here. That's a trigger word.
What he said?
They are demon. I just listen to it. What he said, what he do? That's why the girls in the store like they're cut. Alright, so with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory.
Power, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Mother honor to our teachers, the head apostles, the elders, the great millstone, son of one to the fellow ladies out there, and always believe in their time from the Lord.
Shalom, ETA, about the ball, soon.
Hey, every Sunday. All right, God, check your face. For tuning in.